Hello.
It is that time. It's Profitable Impact Weekly. We are super excited to be here with you this week. So we are going to be sharing this, you guys, this is a real celebration episode, but we're going to be sharing 3 tips, 3 behind the scene things that have helped us grow to 6-figure business, because we want the same for you. But before we jump into that, if you catch us live, let us know you're here. We love hearts. We love thumbs ups. And if you catch this later, let us know. Drop us a comment. We'd love to know who's watching. We know lots of you watch, and don't let us know you're watching, because I have people tell me I watch all your episodes, but they never like them or comment them on them. So we want to know if you're here. So before we dig in, we have to do the proper intro, because if we've never met before, we are the founders of Profitable Impact Academy. My name is Kim.
I'm Kat.
And we love working with entrepreneurs and helping them get the confidence and clarity they desire so they can monetize their message, get on more stages, make more money. Clients on repeat is what we are all about. And so in our weekly show, we bring you hot tips, tricks, information on how you can do that. We want you to scale to 6 figures or grow to 6 figures. We've done it. We're on the track to go into multi. We have a big goal. We're on a mission. We want to see 1,000 people get on 1 million stages. And yes, live events are not happening right now, but that's okay, because you can digitize and virtualize your stages. And in fact, we've been getting on more stages than even before, because there's so many more opportunities. So let's dig in. We said we have 3 tips for you this week. So number 1, obviously for us, was, oh my God, I totally forgot our celebrations. I'm backing it up. Back up the train. I'm just so excited to share this information. Okay, so we have so many celebrations happening in a span of 4 weeks for our business and for us personally. And the first one is that it's actually been just over a year since we did our very first 3-day event, Profitable Speaker Bootcamp. So 1 year ago, it was May 10th, we did our first 3-day event. And right after that event, we launched our Profitable Speaker Mastermind. And so our mastermind has been running for just over a year now. And it is so cool to see our members getting growth in their business and working towards that 6-figure number, putting together their profitable signature talk and getting out on events and webinars and seminars and summits. And it is just the coolest thing. So that's one of our celebrations. The other celebration is we're almost 1 year since we rebranded. And in fact, we're almost 2 years. We're just like a month away from our 2-year anniversary of starting our business together. So like our first business, $1 Million Sisterhood, started in July of 2018. And we're almost at a 2 year. What should we do to celebrate 2 years? Drop us in the comments. What do you think we should do to celebrate 2 years? I had an aha moment as we were going live. So we'll see if we do it. So 2 years in business, 1 year since we became Profitable Impact Academy. I cannot believe how quickly time goes on. So, and on a more personal level for myself, it's been almost a year since I recovered from my brain bleed. And so I am happy to say that I am in good health. I still get all emotional when I talk about it. But for us, that was really a catalyst, like a defining moment where we decided to pivot our business, really focus on speaking and helping other entrepreneurs get on stages, and completely rebranded our company from $1 Million Sisterhood to Profitable Impact Academy. And, we did that because it really felt like that was what the business was asking from us. It really wanted us to niche in and focus on speaking. It was the thing people were asking from us the most. It was the strategy we were using to grow our business. And in fact, it's once we went all in on that, that's what helped us hit 6 figures very quickly. And so that's why we're passionate about sharing it. And so that leads us into the first tip is speaking in stages. And more importantly, having one profitable signature talk that can help you connect with your dream clients. And so I'm going to toss it to Kat, because I want you to talk about one talk, because I feel like I've been talking forever already.
Yeah, and so guys, like $1 Million Sisterhood was how we started 2 years ago. And in reality, when we started that business, we had ideas on how we're going to market it, how we're going to get it out there, and we started implementing things right away. We started a Facebook group, we started running Facebook ads, right? We got Instagram account, we got on social media, started posting 3 times a day, and really we did everything we thought was the right thing to do to market our business. And we hit our glass ceiling probably in the second month of our business, I would say, where we just got stuck. Our income got stuck. And considering that there was not just one person, there were two people and the whole team that we had to pay for, it just wasn't enough profits in the business in order for us to keep sustaining ourselves, our business, our team, and keep growing. And so what happened quickly is we actually had to revisit what it is that we did in our business, what worked and what didn't. And for those of you who are listening right now, you, look at what you're doing right now. Get the numbers. Really dial down what is bringing you leads, what is bringing you clients. Those top 3, top 5 clients that you have right now that you love working with, reverse engineer. How did you get them? Where did they come from? Did you meet them at an events? Was it from you from speaking on stage? Was it you doing a Facebook Live, posting on Facebook? What brought those clients to you? When we did our math, we knew 100% that the one thing that was bringing us most to our clients was speaking on stages, delivering that one talk that would bring leads to us, get people coming to us and telling us they want to work with us and how, asking us how they can work with us, and us actually closing clients from it. Now, here's the thing. Yes, we did all the other things, and we still do. We still do other strategies in our business. But what we did was Profitable Impact Academy. When we started, we dialed in on that one strategy. So we took that one piece of speaking and just focused 100% of our marketing efforts on that. And just in a few months, we hit our 6 figures. So you can do it too, is using that one strategy that doesn't require for you to have in websites, Facebook ads, posting 300 times on Facebook or on Instagram, whatever it is, having a whole team, right? It just requires you a process to use on how to put together that talk, and you actually talking about your passion and what it is you're trying to create in the world. I'm actually doing a training tomorrow exactly on what's the process is and how we use that process to grow our business. So if you want to join that training, just drop me a word invite. Just say invite, and I'm gonna give you a link. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost anything. You can just jump on and listen in. I'm gonna share exactly what we did in that first few months of our business and how we used speaking to grow it and how you can too. So I'm gonna actually give you the process. But yeah, speaking was the one thing that absolutely changed what we do. And only after we hit that 6 figures, we started scaling our marketing efforts. Because once you do hit that 120K, right? That's when you need to figure out how do you double that, triple it, 10x it, right? And at that point, you need to start growing your team and involving other marketing strategies to grow yourself. But until you hit that 100K, if you're not at 100K yet, you don't need all of those things. All you need is just yourself, your passion, and a profitable signature talk.
Yes, love it. And and you so beautifully tied into point 2, guys. And so here's the thing. That talk is going to be your most valuable marketing asset. That talk, it is so important. But once you get that talk built, there are the next steps. And those are the pieces that a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with is, so you get them in, whether it's into a lead magnet or a call, then there are like follow-up processes and systems. And this is something that once we started really honing in on this made all the difference. And so having follow-up systems in place, and as you start building a team, is so important. But even more important is that you are documenting what you're doing. So like, just use a free app like Loom or Zoom and record your workflow. Because there are things that you're going to do over and over and over and over again. And especially once you start scaling, you spend so much time doing them. And if you're sitting there thinking from scratch every single time, like, how do I do this? You are extending so much brain power, and you are not leveraging your time in a way that keeps generating more sales because you're so stuck in your to-do list. You're so stuck in your to-do list. So start documenting everything. If we would have done that from the beginning, we would have far less like struggle than we do right now. But the beautiful thing is that is like our huge focus for the last quarter has been like systemizing and documenting and bringing in new team members, right? Scaling the size of our team so that we can focus on the efforts that generate more revenue into the business instead of being stuck in the to-do list of, implementing once you have people into your funnel. And if you don't know what that word is, go to Kat's webinar and then take the next step, right? So you're going to see exactly what a funnel is, because it's such a crucial piece to a marketing strategy. And in fact, that's what a profitable signature talk is. It's the first step of a funnel that helps people start on the journey with you so that they can decide that what you offer is the thing they have been searching for. It's not just you see them one time and everybody buys. You have to, they say now, our marketing strategists say it takes about 5 touch points for someone to make the decision to buy. Now, the interesting thing we found, we were just doing an analysis this morning. For us, it's 2 because of speaking. So when you're speaking, you can cut down those touch points by 50%. Where people make the decision they're ready to buy, because it requires an emotional connection for people to invest in themselves, right? So you can do that by speaking, but building those back ends, creating those processes so that you can grow. Once you get to 50K, growing to 100, there's just a lot more data management involved. So really beyond that. That's you guys, this is such a golden nugget I'm giving you right now. Write this down and just start working it into your processes. Just record videos or open a Word doc and go step by step. So when you start hiring team members, you can just go, here's the instructions of how you do this. And here's go do it for me now. Okay. Step 3. This one's my favorite. Tip 3 is ask for help. Do not try and do it all on your own. Look for the mentors and the people that are already achieving what you want to achieve, right? That are already doing the things that you want to do. So for us, our big, hairy, audacious goal is we want to grow our business to 7 figures. So we looked for mentors who are already generating 7 figures in their business. And across a wide section, right? We worked with a mentor on building our profitable signature talk, running our 3-day events. And that's one of the reasons why we were able to scale to 6 figures as quickly as we did. We didn't try and figure it out on our own. Now, we built our own unique proprietary process and system of how you get there. But if we wouldn't have had that information from the mentor to get us going, we never would have been able to do that. And we would still be sloughing it out, trying to figure it out. Right. And Kat, I know you've worked with a ton of mentors and you can speak to this really well.
Absolutely. And guys, I just want to give you perspective. Yes, you can do it on your own. Absolutely. There's enough information out there. You can go on YouTube, Google, you can find out how to do it and read the books and all that stuff. But in my experience, my really first business was a web design agency, and it took me 4.5 years to hit 100K. 4.5 years. This business, it took us less than a year. So really the choice is yours. You can do it by yourself and take 4.5 years. And hopefully it takes only 4.5 years, right? Or you can work with a mentor who is actually going to give you exactly the next steps and how to do them. So you don't have to wait that long. So I've hired mentors on speaking, speech therapist, because I have an accent and I don't pronounce some of the things. I've hired people on marketing, Facebook. I've hired people on how to put together. I actually had 2 coaches on how to put together my profitable signature talk, one for live stages, one for webinars. So I've invested so much into, and I'm not going to say you don't invest into a coach, you invest into yourself. The coach doesn't need you. The coach already has their own knowledge. But you invest into yourself so you can develop that skill. And that is a skill that is repeatable. So you will, once you know how to do something, you've done it, you've been there, you can at least get there over and over and over again. I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't hit 7 figures in any one of my businesses, but I know where I can get because I've gotten there over and over and over and over again. The 100K is not hard for me because I've gotten there before in 3 different businesses. It's a skill. It's something that you can learn and you can develop. And so think about it that way. You're investing into developing your own skill. Universities are no different than coaches. You going to work and going through training is no different than coaches, right? It's just like anything else. You have to be able to develop it. Now, the thing is, again, you can develop it in a slow way by hitting all the bumps and failing over and over again. Or you can do it in a fast way just by having someone who's already there show you exactly what to do. So really for myself, I know my choice now. So both Kim and myself, we have coaches. We have numerous coaches in different parts of our life and business. Now I want to emphasize that chances are you will need different coaches for different parts of your business and your life. A coach who teaches you on mindset is not the same coach who is going to teach you on how to do Facebook ads. We can all agree on that. But you have to prioritize, right? So what's the step one? And for a lot of you, especially right now, I know the step one is creating those profits. So you can actually sustain yourself, your family, and create the life where you can start developing yourself in other ways. So really sit there and think, do you have a coach right now? And if you don't, why? What's stopping you from taking that step of having someone hold your hand and take you to where you want to be? Because chances are the answer is you're stopping you. So get out of your own way and start taking action on yourself, on your business, start investing in yourself so you can actually create the life that you want.
Mm-hmm. Love that. Yes. And I'm going to share this because I shared this in an interview yesterday. For me, such an aha moment because I was a teen mom spending money. I never thought of it as an investment, but spending money on myself always felt really difficult. And I remember the very first coaching program I ever invested in, it was like $2,000 US. And that making that decision was so hard. And it took me way longer than it should have to actually ever take the leap to do it. And when I finally did it, it was like the best thing I ever did. And I wish I had done it sooner. But now, because I heard this one thing, someone put it into perspective for me. Kat and I were watching a training, and this guy, I don't even remember his name anymore. He was talking about how making $1 million is a skill, right? Like it is a skill that you build. And the only thing that is stopping you from making $1 million is that you don't know how, right? So even if your first goal is 6 figures, is 100,000, the only thing that is stopping you from getting there is that you don't know how yet. But the bigger thing that he said was, so if you think about it, if your goal is 1 million, like ours is, that's our next big, hairy, audacious goal. The only thing stopping you from getting there is the lack of skill set, the lack of knowledge of how to do it. So if you're generating 100,000 a year and you subtract that from 1 million, the difference is what you are paying to life every year for not just going and acquiring the skill set that you need to hit your goal. So we're paying what is that, $900,000 every year just because we didn't know how to make 1 million. So what do you think is the next thing we did? We went and we found the mentors that are already generating 1 million or more and said, show us what you were doing. We will invest in your programs because this is our next step, right? And so for you, your next step might be 6 figures, right? I'm not saying jump to 1 million. That might seem scary, right? We had to get to 6 first to be like, yes, this is next. We can do this. We can scale. We can build the team to do this. But whatever that goal is, if the only thing that's stopping you is the knowledge, it is so important that you just shift your mindset a little bit to realize the investment that you're making in yourself. It pays you return on investment over and over and over again. This isn't paying your utility bill. So, hey, Crystal. Crystal says, how do you find the right coach? Lots of coaches, but who is actually a valuable coach when you don't know what you need or what to get coaching in first? It's hard to find out. So go ahead. What was that, Kat?
You want to pop it on the screen?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I do. Great idea.
I love that question, Crystal, because it is probably something that's on everybody's mind, but people don't always ask. First of all, how do you find the right coach? You ask for references. Find a coach that, first of all, is where you want to be, right? Where you want to be. So find a coach who has the experience, the expertise, and the results that you want. And that will be your first step. Second of all, never hire a coach that you have not seen testimonials or references for. No matter how much they talk is just the talk. You need to see the results from their clients. So ask for testimonials, ask for references, and check them, because you want to make sure that they can actually get you there. Now, you say when you don't know what you need to get coaching on first. I look at it very simply, but again, I'm a very logistical person. I'm sure Kim is going to have a little bit different perspective. I look at my life as if you know what Maslow's hierarchy of needs is, the really first one is food, breathing, shelter. It's all the physiological stuff. If I can't provide that for myself because I'm not married, I don't have children, but I have a house and a car and payments and bills, right? Just like anybody else. When I look at it from that perspective, this is the need that I need to fulfill for myself first, so I can live my true life, my passion, deliver value, and serve my clients. AKA, I need to make money. And as a business owner, as entrepreneur, that's probably number one mistakes that I see coaches, consultants, like entrepreneurs do, is not focus on making money. They give out their services, they give out everything that they have, all of their time. But really, if you're not making money, you're not taking care of yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself, you're pouring from an empty cup. And that's damn hard to do, especially for a long time. So make money, people will value you more. They will take action on what it is that you actually tell them to do. And you're going to change their life because they will be just invested in themselves as you are invested in them.
Yes. Love it. I totally agree. Yeah. And absolutely making money. So here's my order of like the type of mentors you need. One is someone who's going to teach you a system that's going to generate revenue quickly. And two, then mindset. Mindset is the next thing that most entrepreneurs struggle with. So, you know, working on getting really comfortable with asking for the sale, dealing with imposter syndrome and overcoming fear of failure, fear of success. There's all the things. I'm going to share a quick story, guys, because just the other day, I have a puppy. She's like 4 months old. And so I use positive training with her. So she gets a treat when she like does the thing I want her to do. And so she comes running up. I have a treat in my hand and all she has to do is grab it. And we were outside and a cat jumps over the fence and she loses her mind and like completely forgets about the treat and runs after the cat and she's barking. And I thought, how much like is entrepreneurship like that, where the goal is like so attainable and it's right there. But instead of staying focused and just going for it, we're like, oh, imposter syndrome. Oh, fear of failure. Oh, fear of success. We're like going every direction except just staying focused on the goal. You know, we talk about, we love bold action, one tiny step at a time. It's just taking those forward steps. But it's amazing how much mindset throws people off. But first, you need a system. Kat's absolutely right. If you cannot pay your bills, the mindset won't matter because you're just going to go back to 9 to 5, or you're never going to be able to leave 9 to 5, right? So having something that's going to generate revenue consistently is important. And that's the biggest piece most new entrepreneurs are missing. It's just.
By the way, I wanna address something here. It just came to my mind, so clearly you need to hear it. When you are investing into your education, your skill set, you develop in yourself as an entrepreneur, pay attention to what you actually need. I see a lot of people investing into pre-recorded courses right now, online courses where it's just training, you access it right away. So it's a series of videos. And then they watch the first video because they're excited. And then they forget about it. And then they invest in the next course. And they keep moving along and investing in more trainings like that and courses. So here's the thing is, if you are a person who needs the support, right? You need the accountability, you need the support, only invest into the education that provides you that. This is a big part of how we build our back packages at Profitable Impact Academy, is we know people need accountability and support, right? So same thing, if you're thinking of hiring a one-on-one coach, you better damn be ready to move fast and to take action. Because a one-on-one coach is not a person to work with if you are still trying to overcome all the fears and you have all the objections to every single thing the coach is going to give you. And hey, guys, I've been there. I get that it's scary. It is. And it's uncomfortable. And it can get really overwhelming. But the thing is, how committed are you to building that business that you want, to have anything and everything you want, right? Whatever that is. Maybe it's time with your family. Maybe it's money. Maybe it's travel. For me, it's travel, by the way, right? How committed are you to that, and how fast do you want to move? If you still have a full-time job, one-on-one coach might not be the best investment for you, just from a perspective of you still have to develop some of the foundational pieces. And that's how we work with people too, is we actually don't accept one-on-one clients until they're at the certain level or they have certain time availability. I can give someone, and I can show you guys testimonial, I can give someone an action step that is going to get them clients the same day, but you better be able to deliver on the other side, because you want to make impact. And for you to create impact, you have to be ready and believe in yourself enough. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of skills that you can develop right now, but you have to also find a balance in your life so you don't get overwhelmed and quit. Because that's the biggest thing. Quitting can be very tempting at times. And this is where the support and accountability comes in. So really pay attention on what's happening in your life right now, what's time availability that you have, and do you have some of the basic foundational pieces developed in your business, and how fast do you want to move, right? You're all going to be at a different levels. I never assume when I have a conversation with one of you that you just need one-on-one coaching just because it's the highest package that I have in my business. No, it doesn't matter. What I'm doing is I'm actually trying to find out, what do you need right now to move forward? And so look at it from that perspective. What do you need right now to move forward? Is it the set of training videos that are just you're going to watch, or maybe not? Is it accountability, support, community? Do you need to be a part of a group where everybody is going through the same content and you can actually keep each other accountable? Do you need a one-on-one coach because you need results ASAP and you're willing to do whatever it takes, even if that means pushing through your fear and overcoming all the uncomfortable out there? Right? Ask yourself those hard questions, because it will help you make a decision in the right direction for you. You are different than everybody else. You are going to have a unique situation, and you need to look at your situation from that perspective. The investment always goes up, right? You can invest, I don't know, what is it, like 12? I've seen courses for $12, right? And you can invest, I've seen courses for $10,000. Right? But the level of support is going to be different. Also, the level of training is going to be very different, right? So pay attention to those things. You need to know the details, not just fluff and we're going to give you the world, but do pay attention to details and testimonials and what our clients of those coaches are telling you, right? Is there tangible results, or is it all fluff, right?
Mm-hmm. Love it. Crystal
says,
cat analogy.
Yeah. Crystal says, I admit I haven't invested anywhere because I just don't know who to seek out to help with making money. I've met with coaches who help with mindset, but I need actual plans. My husband and I have no option than to make our business work, but we don't know who to seek for that help. I may have to reach out to you guys for advice. For sure, Crystal, just shoot us a message. We're happy to just jump on the call and have a conversation with you and see either if we can help you or if we know someone who can help you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
absolutely.
And the cool thing is that mindset is my jam.
Well, I was going to say, so
as well as business strategy, right? So you got like a whole package when you work with us. If we're the right fit, right? So we have a lot of things that a lot of other coaches don't, because we do business strategy and mindset coaching when you're in the one-to-one packages. So Crystal says, awesome advice. Perfect. Love it. Guys, we went deep on this episode. It was like, we're at like 28 minutes. This is awesome. It's been a while since we've done a longer one. Crystal, thanks for being here live and for your amazing questions. That definitely like enriched this episode, our celebratory 3 behind the scene tips episode. So we'll be back next week. And before I go, so Kat is doing a webinar tomorrow at 11.
Yeah, again, guys, drop the word invite and I'm going to hook you up. It's absolutely free to attend. I'm going to train you on how to use speaking to grow your business.
Yes, it's so good. It's so good. People love this one. We always get amazing feedback when Kat runs it, and it's been a while. So jump on that. Okay, so great, amazing episode. I'm so excited. It's so cool. If you watch this to the end, thank you. Thanks for sticking with us, Crystal. We will be back next week. Same day of the week, Tuesdays at noon. This is good. And we'll catch you next week. Have a good one. Bye.